The following program contains adult content and language. It may also contain triggers. The material contained may be offensive to some people. While the content may potentially be appealing to all ages, it is intended for older audiences. It may not be suitable for anyone under the age of 17. If you find you are being pulled by triggers, please stop listening. Listener discretion is advised. You need to be accountable for your own actions. We are of ours. We are not responsible for any thoughts, feelings, and or actions you have before, during, or after listening to our show. This show is for entertaining, sometimes educational purposes. We encourage you to do the proper research for yourself on things you hear about on the show. The things that come out of my mouth do not represent the views and or opinions of any entities whatsoever to which I am, have been, or will be affiliated with. I am capable of thinking on my own. We encourage you to do the same. If you are offended by anything I say, feel free to think it through and let it go. All aboard! Yeah, right. How many times have I heard that? And you just keep on taking it. Oh, darn. Wow. All aboard! Please have your tickets in hand and gather all strap. You are now boarding the crazy train. Oh, yes. This is In Your Face. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Dixie's Fair. The female mouth of the South, troublemaker. Thanks for boarding the train at the station you are tuned into. Go ahead and find your seats. We are starting this interactive ride. Oh, yes, I know. All right, enough the multitasking. Right from the get-go, we're going to stop the multitasking. You can also try to contact me on social media platforms if you are listening live. But let me get to that social media platform so I can see you guys. Hi, y'all. Hello, Irish. How are you? For those of you not knowing, make sure to go to visit Irish Ginger on her social media pages, including watch her videos on her YouTube channel. Anyway, if you are listening live, feel free to contact me. You can voice your opinion, speak your mind, put information out there, or just call in to talk. I'm doing well, I think. I'm not sure, really. We'll find out at the end of the show. Anyway, you can speak your mind, put information out there, or just call in to talk. I like to shoot the shit and I welcome controversy. Bring it! If you got the stones, that is. God, goddess, family, friends, and everyone listening, please forgive me for anything and everything that's about to come out of my mouth. I say this before the show because I know me, and quite frankly, I can be a bitch.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
Oh, come on, people. Y'all know me by now. It sure the hell ain't my first time at the fucking rodeo. Oh, what rodeo are we talking about? Well, we'll see. Tomorrow, Irish will be probably doing a live YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, so you guys check it out. If you are shocked by anything that I say, then you obviously have not been paying attention to who the hell I am. Oh, man, no. Alright, on this train ride called life, you take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad. Don't know why. Love what you got, yet remember what you had. Try to forgive, but never forget. Learn something from your mistakes. Please don't let it be a waste. Keep in mind, people change and things go wrong. Just remember, the ride goes on. Alright, let's see where the ride takes us today. Ooh, yes, indeed. Today's program is brought to you by Country Corners Gazette, Kippy, and BDI. Yay! It's habit, I swear to you. I'm one of those people, no, not OCD, but yeah, everything has a place, and there's a place for everything, and, you know, it is what it is. Ha Alright, what in the hell are we doing? Not this. Alright, I guess we're gonna put that, just leave it there for now. Oh! Alright, welcome to today's show. We intend to execute a lovely show for y'all today. Actually, the title of the show is Execution. I know, a few of you just experienced a skipping heartbeat there. Now, didn't ya? Let's get right to it. Alright, starting with Word of the Day segment. Our word of the day today is execution. That's right. The title of the show today is our word of the day. Execution is derived from execute. I guess you're going to get 2 words in the segment today. Look at that. Ain't you special? Oh, yes, indeed. All right. The definition of execute is, as a transitive verb, it means to carry out fully, put completely into effect, to do what is provided or required by, to put to death, especially in compliance with a legal sentence, to make or produce something such as a work of art, especially by carrying out a design, to perform what is required to give validity to, okay? As an intransitive, oh my God, like where are we? Remember that in school? An intransitive verb, it means to perform properly or skillfully the fundamentals, what did I say? Fundamentals. The fundamentals of a sport or of a particular play, to perform indicated task according to encoded instructions, use of a computer program or routine. Okay. Now for our second word today, which it was derived from the first one, the definition of execution is as a noun. I don't think of any other way. It could have been a verb, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but as a noun, the act or process of executing a performance. A putting to death, especially as a legal penalty. The process of enforcing a legal judgment as against the debtor. Also, a judicial right directing such enforcement. The act or mode or result of performance. And archaic, effective or destructive action. Okay, girls and boys, that is our word of the day. That's our words of the day. Try to use them throughout your day. Use them in a sentence, that is. You don't really want to, or do you? It just depends. Now you're wondering how the show got that title, right? Abso-freaking-lutely. Well, let's see. Last week, we left you with this one from Think Before You Speak, Things to Think About, Facebook post and opinion segment of our show. We were all humans until race disconnected us, religion I can talk today. Religion separated us, politics divided us, and wealth classified us. What? That's right. We were all humans. I suspect that we're probably still humans. But that race card comes out a lot, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It disconnected us. Religion separated us. Go figure. Politics divides us, and we can find that out, boy, haven't we? And wealth classifies us. Did you give that any thought? Well, let's break it down. To do what is provided or required by. Execute. Absolutely. So many have fallen sheepish and let these things happen, forgetting that we are all one race of humans, or whatever you choose to decide you want to be. But naturally, mostly, at least you look like a human form. We're humans. We let this go on. We let this crap go on. This execution needs to stop, and we need to get a grip on things so the divide and conquer will stop. There is strength in numbers, okay, folks? You cannot let this happen. They put it out there. They, the powers that be. No, not always. But yes, those who choose to govern and control us, they play the race card quite often because that gets the most attention. Religion, that's even been longer, I guess, going from there, because it depends on how much power you give it. And that is, in fact, the power you yourself give it, so you have to decide what you want to do. Politics, oh my God. The biggest divide ever. But they use the other two to help divide on the politics. And wealth. Wealth is what you make it, okay? There's somebody decided that it's, this number amount makes this. Well, stop putting a price on things, because, I promise you, not everybody has that price to pay. All right. So wealth is a different class of everything, and you decide what classification you want to be. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. Do what you need to do and figure out how to break down these divides and change things for yourself. All right, the next piece is from our In the Know, Something to Think About, and Opinion segments of our show. Woohoo! Let's see, this is from J.M. Storm. The day I changed was the day I quit trying to fit into a world that never really fit me. Wow. The day I changed was the day I quit trying to fit into a world that never really fit me. Now that is something people should execute in their lives, okay? Stop trying to fit in. March to the beat of your own drum. The moment you realize that is the moment you will start to be happy being yourself. What? Yes. People struggle to fit into a place that they don't belong. All right? Why make things a struggle? Be comfortable in your own right. Don't just be out there. Don't try to put yourself someplace you don't belong. And I'm not saying you don't belong for any other reason other than you just don't fit. You're trying to fit a square peg into a circle hole. Don't do it. I mean, why would you want to cut your corners off? Okay, other than to get out the box, right? Absolutely. All right, seriously, you do realize most of the time this circle one fits in the square hole. Why? Because it doesn't have the corners to box it in. But why do you want to cram yourself into a space you don't belong? All right, if it's taking that much of a struggle to fit in, that's probably not where you need to be. All right, really, it's just not. Why put that much effort into what potentially could backfire on you and be bad of all things, you know? Why do that? I don't understand. I really just don't get it. So before you try to squish yourself into something you don't belong in, give it some thought. All right, give it some thought. Quit trying to fit in where you don't belong, and know that you don't belong for not because you're not as rich as people, not because you're not in the same political party as people, not that you're not the same color as people, whatever, not the same religion as people. Know that you need to march to the beat of your own drum, and don't worry about all the rest of the crap, because it is in fact that crap, okay? No matter how you spread it, manure is still manure. It doesn't matter. Ha! Give it some thought. That's what you need to do. Next, let's see, what do we have? This next chunk is from our In the Know, Things to Think About, and Be Helpful segments of our show. What? I think that's a new one. Be Helpful? I think so. All right. So this was from Eric McCool. Sharing wisdom from a food bank volunteer. Oh, all right. We're going to pop the top. Did y'all hear that? Let me see. Pop the top. It's from my water bottle. You guys know I ain't drinking enough. You can see the infamous water bottle on my Instagram pages and my Facebook photos, and I think on Twitter as well. So make sure you're following me on those things: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, check out my YouTube channel, which no, I have not gotten any videos up there yet, but you can check out my IGTV. That's right. I did post a video up there. I will be posting more soon. So, sharing wisdom from a food bank volunteer. Number 1, everybody donates Kraft mac and cheese in a box, but it needs milk and butter, which is hard to get from a food bank, okay? So, you might want to think about that. Number 2, boxed milk is a treasure. Kids need it for cereal, which they get a lot of at food banks, apparently. Number 3, everyone donates pasta, sauce, and spaghetti noodles. Interesting. I suppose you donate what you can, right? Absolutely. You might want to think outside the box and, switch it up a bit. But keep in mind that, you do need things when you donate stuff. FYI. Number 4, canned foods should be Pop Tops or donate a freaking can opener. You haven't thought about that? I know, like how many cans, I try not to eat shit out of a can, but how many canned foods still have the can opener top? Don't donate that shit. I mean, fuck, really? Not everybody's got a freaking can opener. So if you're going to donate a can that requires something to freaking open it, donate the can opener too. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. They're $1. Come on now. Give the donation. It's like just wrap it to the can or something. Tape it to the can. Number 5. Oil is a luxury needed for rice-a-roni, which they get a lot of. So, say other people are donating rice-a-roni in a box stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, it's probably good if you don't. I know, if you're hungry, you'll eat what you gotta eat. But it's probably a good idea not to eat stuff in a box or a can. But hell, what the fuck? That's about what they put at food banks, right? I don't know. I have not been to one. So, but I do donate, so I hope you do too. Number 6, spices, salt, and pepper are a real gift. That's right. Again, it goes with that whole can opener thing. Shit is bland if they don't got any seasonings. Number 7, tea bags and coffee are caring gifts. I know people who can't go without that coffee. Speaking of coffee, did I mention that was Evangeline today? Welcome. All right, so we got Evangeline coffee in the green room today. I know I made it. Everybody likes when I make coffee around here. I don't drink the shit, but I will make the shit. All right, number 8, sugar and flour are treats. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Number 9, important are fresh produce donated by farmers and grocery stores. Well, I guess they got to get that out quick because that is not shelf stable and does not last long. Number 10, seeds are great in spring and summer because growing can be easy for some. Yeah, about that. I think if I was hungry and went to a food bank, getting seeds is probably not the easiest thing because you got to wait a long time for shit to grow. But I do have to say, give a man a fish, he eats for one day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for as long as he can catch fish, right? So same would go with the population. If we taught, was something they don't teach in schools, if we taught how to grow things and grew more shit, we'd probably be better off as a community, as a human race, So probably think about that. When was the last time you guys taught your kids, anybody who has got kids, when was the last time you taught your children survival needs? That shit they ain't gonna learn in school. All right, we went through that a couple shows back about shit you didn't learn in school. Well, you ain't gonna learn how to freaking survive. How many people don't know how to change a freaking tire on the car? Even if, I know, I can change a tire, you just spin the freaking lug nuts off. Yeah, well, guess what? If you don't know where to put the jack on the car, you can screw shit up. So, therefore, I think that there's a lot that we should be teaching different generations so they know how to function in life. Because it might come a time in our lifetime. Hey, do me a favor. Whoa. Come close this. Thank you. Thanks. There might come a time, sorry about that, it's live radio. There may come a time in our lifetime, sooner than you think, that we need to learn these survival things and know these things. Make sure you get the right people in your tribe. Anyway, so number 11, rarely is there fresh meat. Well, it goes to say with the fresh produce, it will rotten. Okay? Then you gotta wonder, it's always that controversial shit. When you donate, do they pick apart all the good shit and just give out the stuff that's in excess? I know, right? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts on this? If you donate a prime rib, do you think one of those workers or administrators are going home with that? Or they're going to give it out to somebody? I don't know. I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is I gave it some thought. Okay. Number 12, tuna and crackers are good lunch. I know, right? They even come in packages. You don't even need it in a can anymore. Tuna comes in a package. I love Starkist. Tuna! I might have one in my pantry. I don't know. Considering I live with my producer and her family, I don't know what I have in there anymore. But it's all good. I contribute, and that's all that matters. So yeah, now I'm hungry. Damn it, tuna and crackers. Ooh. Number 13, Hamburger Helper goes nowhere without ground beef. Well, first of all, I can honestly say to the Hamburger Helper people, I think your stuff is greasy. It could be how it was created, because yeah, you do need the ground meat, and FYI, you probably do need to drain the meat before you add it to the Hamburger Helper. But other than that, it's a freaking box of noodles, isn't it? But what's that saying? Beggars ain't choosers. If I was hungry and you gave me a box of Hamburger Helper and didn't have the ground meat, you just skip adding the ground meat preparations. You're still gonna get freaking noodles and at least some seasoning. And hey, again, don't be so damn picky. And I say this, and you'll see in one of the things, somebody said I'm a very picky eater. I am. Sorry. Anyway, number 14. They get lots of peanut butter and jelly, but need sandwich bread. Yes. Okay. You can technically eat peanut butter and jelly straight out of the jar. Please don't do it if you're, living with people. It gets gross.
put this shit on a spoon or in a bowl or on something and don't just eat right out of the jar. It's disgusting. Anyway, but you can eat it. It's not a privilege, it's a luxury. There you go, to have the bread with it. Hey, and if you don't have bread, flour tortillas work really well as a substitute for bread. Number 15, butter and margarine are good, but they freaking melt. All right, and actually butter is not good for you. Hey, butter was on that list too. Butter's not good for anyone with kidney disease. So make sure you know about that. And I was talking about the kidney list. All right, number 16. Eggs are a commodity. Yep. And again, I hope these food pantries have refrigerators and stuff, because some of these things need to be kept cold. Number 17. Cake mix and frostings make it possible to make a child's birthday cake. Absolutely. Most definitely. So please think outside the box. When you're donating food stuff, get some different things that can help people. 18. Dishwashing detergent is very expensive and is always appreciated. Dishwashing detergent has multiple purposes. You can make bug spray out of it. You can use it to clean multiple things. Don't eat it. At no point in time did I say it was delicious or edible. But you can do a lot with it. So a little bit of dishwashing detergent goes a long way. Number 19, female hygiene products are a luxury and women will cry over them. I'm suspecting they would cry if they didn't have them, but, that's disgusting. Hey, everything works. Number 20, everyone loves stovetop stuffing. I have to agree. I do have to agree. Damn, I didn't have any. I did not have any stuffing for Christmas. What the fuck? Now I'm going to have to go to a store and get me some stovetop stuffing. I wanted the flavored ones. Yes, absolutely. All right, and as a bonus, cash makes it possible for the food banks to buy what's missing and buy in bulk. So, cool beans. I hope this, again, is something we need to execute more than just at certain times of the year, all right? I know there's certain times of the year where you feel like giving and you feel the need and blah, blah, blah. Give anytime you can, okay? How often do you think about giving or helping a charity? Please make sure you know the charity you're helping and you do the research on them, because there are some out there that are just not as charitable to others than they are to themselves. But I'm not here to talk about that. No, not just giving people change on the street here. I'm not just talking about that, although it is probably helpful, but that's not the only thing we're talking about here. Do a little extra anytime you can. Think about things, okay? Time gets by us so much that we forget to give. It does. It flies by and we don't remember. Most of the time you're stuck in work day in and day out and ain't nothing changing and all that crap. But you need to slow the roll a little bit, and you need to pay attention and remember to give. And be grateful that you're not standing in that food bank line. Hopefully you're not. If you are, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay? Let that be known. There's nothing wrong. But I do hope that people who have aren't going to stand in those lines just to get more, because that's not cool. All right? I've heard stories that, people who clearly have enough are going over there because it's free, and then they're banking their money and they're putting it to other stuff, mostly drugs. But don't do that, okay? Please know that there's people out there that really do need this stuff, and if you don't need it, don't go get it. But if you have, please donate, okay? Be helpful. Give a little. All right, so don't forget to give. This next shred is from our Stop and Think advice, opinion segment of the show. Laugh when you can, apologize when you should, and let go of what you can't change. Kiss slowly, play hard, forgive quickly, love truly, take chances, cry when you're sad, dance when you're wasted, and stay out later than you should. Forgive, forget, never forget. I'm not even going to agree with that one. Never forget. Love, give everything you have, no regrets. Life is too short to be anything but happy. This comes to us from Unknown. Thank you, Unknown. Again, how can you execute this to make your life better? When's the last time you got a good laugh in? Okay? When? Laughter is friggin' joyous medicine. It absolutely is. Apologize when you should, please. Don't let an apology go by, because forgetting to apologize or being too stubborn to do so could actually derail lots of things. Let go of what you can't change. Boy, I think that's in the freaking 12-step program or something else. Let it go, okay? It's easier said than done. Please don't just let shit go, because it's not really what you have to do. So do what you gotta do, all right? But just don't let it harp on you so much that you can't get past it. Kiss slowly. When was the last time you did that? Play hard. Boy, man, I swear, that's a good one. Forgive quickly. No, I can't. Forgive when is necessary the time. Okay, forgive when you are capable of coming to terms with whatever happened. Love truly. Boy, true love. It's out there. You'll find it. Take chances. Whew. Well, that one may be, don't take the wrong chances. And how do you know if the chances are right or wrong? I don't know. Okay, don't hold back. Cry when you're sad. All right, don't bottle it up, because that bottled up emotion definitely can turn into a can of whip acid you don't want to expose anyone to. Dance when you're wasted. Boy, I have to get wasted to do that. But dance. Feel the music and dance. Stay out later than you should. Hey, if you're not too old and you can stay up later than you need to, or, what is there should? What is this should? Stop shitting on yourself, man. That's just horrible. Forget. Don't forget. That's a bad one. Don't forget. You need to remember things so you can learn from that lesson. Forgive. That's a hard one there, too. Forgive and forget. They kind of go in together, but you don't. All right, do what you got to do. However you feel about it, do what you got to do. But love for certain. Give everything you have with no regrets. Hey, don't do anything if you think you're going to regret it later. And if you did it, why regret it now? Okay, just think of it in a different light, because life is too short to be anything but happy. Happy. Absolutely. Okay, this next scrap is, I don't know what, this next couple of them, I don't know what segments they fit into. This is just added bonus for you. So, I'm going to take this part off of there, and we're just going to go with it. All right, these are prompts. Only people who are not happy with themselves or mean to others. Remember that. Hey, look, if you are not happy with yourself, you can lash out at others, because they might have something that you don't have, that you haven't given yourself. Stop lashing out at others, okay? Only people who are not happy with themselves or mean to others. Stop being the bully. Stop it. Don't. Stop bottling up those emotions and stop letting it cause you to be mean to others. If you're being mean to others, you may very well be being mean to yourself. So I think you need to look inside and find out what you're doing to yourself and what is wrong. Get over it, damn it. All right. Ooh, this is a mess of something. This is a big old mess. This comes to us from our friends at Marble. I threw it in there anyway. That's right. All right, big old mess. What is in a big old mess is something to eat. That's right. It is from the food segment of the show, but I didn't have them put it in there. Look, stop. I'm multitasking. I know. All right, stop multitasking. God damn it. Next. Okay. So what? I lost my place. Teleprompter, please. All right, big old mess. That's where we were. All right, for a big old mess, you need a pound of smoked sausage cut into chunks. You need 3 jalapeno peppers sliced. 1 green pepper cut into bite-sized chunks, 1 sweet onion cut into bite-sized chunks, 1 foil cooking bag, ooh, yummy, 1/4 of a cup of Tabasco sauce, now we're talking, and 1 10-ounce jar of sweet and sour sauce. Are we going to make this on What's in Rebel's Pot? We might. All right, so how do you fix this? Mess of something? Yeah, no, this is not a mess of something. This is a big old mess. Well, you place sausage, peppers, and onions in the foil bag. You mix the Tabasco sauce and sweet and sour sauce in a small bowl and pour it over the mixture in the foil bag. You seal the edges tightly. You place the foil bag on the grill, cook for about 45 minutes, turning every 15, slit open, and serve right out of the bag. Yummy! Ooh, yum! Big old mess of something. we might have to do it. The weather's getting warmer here. I know it's in the freaking 70s today. Now we're still on that roller coaster right now. We're going to get hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Seems like you're going through something or something, right? No, it's the freaking weather. Anyway, well, with that big old mess, you might want some Southern strawberry sweet tea. What? That's right. You'll need to make this for yourselves. We're from the South, so we like some sweet tea, baby. Absolutely. Southern strawberry sweet tea. Strawberry simple syrup. You'll need that. You'll need 3 cups of fresh strawberries, washed and stemmed, removed. Please don't eat the stems. That's just nasty. You remove the stems and slice them. 2 cups of water, 1 cup of sugar. Sweet tea. You have 3 family-sized tea bags and 3 cups of water. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of cold water. 8 cups of cold water. 1 whole lemon juiced, and strawberry and lemon sliced for garnish. Oh, that's so sweet. You guys can check that out on my Facebook page if you need to see a visual picture of it. Absolutely. Okay. Should we slow down a bit? Yeah, we need to slow down a bit. What? I don't know. Anyway, so we fed you. We gave you something to drink. What else we got for you today? We're knocking on wood. This is all things you can execute in your time. Not only here with us, but in your time in general. Execute these things because you know what it means. We told you earlier. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one, knocking on wood. The superstition of knocking on wood, or simply saying knock on wood after making a hopeful statement, is a consequence of the idea that you're tempting fate by acknowledging your good fortune. It's possible that the expression comes from an ancient belief that good spirits live in trees. So by knocking on something wooden, a person was calling on the spirits for protection. Well, ain't that something? That's going to be probably a new segment of our show where we figure out, I don't know what it's titled, I'm sorry. I don't make them all the time. So it's a segment that we break down sayings or whatnot. Knocking on wood. So I do believe that there's probably spirits inside of wood, hopefully good ones. And you've always done it. You said something and you knocked on wood. Absolutely. But you probably didn't even know why, right? Because someone said it. Keep in mind, everything we know is because someone said it. Someone spoke it before us, to us. Someone spoke it before them, to them as well. Everything you know, someone told you. We talked about this in a previous show. What you need to do is execute your thoughts and make sure that you're using them after thinking about it yourself. Okay, seriously, don't just willy-nilly go on and say, oh, well, so-and-so said something. Did you ever do the research for yourself? We said that in the disclaimer of the show. Did you ever stop and think for yourself to do the research and see what's really about? Okay, I know we say a lot of things that we don't even know where they came from. So we're going to start helping you out with this stuff. Okay, like most of the time, people didn't even know what execution means. But you know what? This next story, she certainly knew what a freaking execution was. This came out January 12th, 2021. The U.S. carries out its first execution of a female inmate since 1953. What? Execution. A Kansas woman was executed on Wednesday before that date for strangling an expectant mother in Missouri and cutting the baby from her womb. The first time in nearly 7 decades in the U.S., a female inmate was put to death. What? Okay, Lisa Montgomery, I want to talk about this a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what the story reads, and I'm going to, of course, interject with my own feelings. Okay, Lisa Montgomery, 52, was pronounced dead at 1:31 a.m. after receiving a lethal injection at a federal prison complex in Indiana. She was the 11th prisoner to receive a lethal injection there since July, when President Donald Trump, a supporter of capital punishment, resumed federal executions following a 17 years without one. Oh, wow, that's a big thing to do, right? Absolutely. As the curtain was raised in the execution chamber, Montgomery looked momentarily bewildered as she glanced at journalists peering at her from behind thick glass. All right, behind thick glass. Well, I guess it's a prison. So, and this is a execution chamber, so yeah, you kind of don't want to start smelling the rigor. I don't think it really sets in that freaking quickly, but hey, in the fact that they would have used an electric chair, that probably did emanate a burning smell, but they didn't. It was lethal injection. As the execution process began, a woman standing over Montgomery's shoulder leaned over, gently removed Montgomery's face mask, and asked her if she had any last words. She said no. I mean, really, do you have anything more to say in certain cases? I suspect someone who was innocent and still finding themselves to want to get that last word in might have said something, but Montgomery said no, quietly, in a muffled voice, and said nothing else. She tapped her fingers nervously for several seconds. Well, duh. Okay, you're about to die. You have to come to terms with this, and nothing else is going to change. She apparently had a heart-shaped tattoo on her thumb, showed no signs of distress, and quickly closed her eyes. As the lethal injection began, Montgomery kept licking her lips and gasped briefly as pentobarbital, a lethal drug, we all know that because, other people have not had pretty good terms with that one, entered the body through IV in both arms. Well, you might as well get a good dose of it, get it over quick, right? Absolutely. A few minutes later, her midsection throbbed for a moment, but quickly stopped. Wow, did I walk you through that execution wonderfully? Well, I feel no... am I feeling any remorse or shame? I didn't freaking kill anybody. I'm not the one that was in the freaking death chamber. All right. I've often thought, what would it be like to witness this? I don't know if everybody can come to terms with that. I, however, would be one of those people that would want to pull the lever for the execution, not the lethal injection, I said earlier, the hot seat, oh my God, with the electric chair. There's actually 4 or 5. Once upon a time, though, it's been a while since I've been around one, but yes, I have. Check my YouTube channel, not the same. Anyway, the electric chair has 4 handles to pull, and I think 1 extra somewhere else. But 4 different people pull all at the same time, so no one actually knows who actually did it, so they don't have any guilt or whatever. Oh, fuck that. Just pay me. I'll flip them all down at one time. I don't care. As long as I knew that the person was guilty. Okay? Eyes on. No, it happened. No doubt about it. Okay. Get it over with. Done. All right. Montgomery laid on the gurney in a pale green execution chamber, her glasses on and her grayish-brown hair spilling over a gray medical pillow. At 1:30 a.m., the official in black gloves with a stethoscope walked in the room, listened to her heart or lack thereof in her chest, and walked out. She was pronounced dead a minute later. The craven bloodlust of the failed administration was on full display tonight, said her attorney. All right, I have to ask this. You knew this woman did this. Now, yeah, an attorney's job is to, do something about it. But seriously, enough's enough. And the attorney furthered, saying, everyone who participated in the execution of Lisa Montgomery should feel shame. Did she feel shame when she did this? I have to say no. Okay, I'm going to skip a lot of this other blah, 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 blah. They were hoping that Biden would get into the presidency before the execution went on and change it, but no. I'll skip to the good parts because this is all boring shit. All right. Montgomery killed 23-year-old Bobby Joe Sinnott in northwest Missouri, in a northwest Missouri town of Skidmore in 2004. We are in 2021, and she managed to scoop up all of that stuff in the freaking jail. Federal prison at that. I think that's one of those cushy freaking places people go. All right. She used a rope to strangle Bobby Joe, who was 8 months pregnant, and then cut the baby from the wound with a kitchen knife. I hope it wasn't a fucking butter knife out of the goddamn kitchen. Really? Montgomery took the child with her and attempted to pass the girl off as her own. They don't give the details about how long this went on or whatever. An appeals court granted Montgomery a stay of execution previously. Shortly after, another appeals court lifted the Indiana judge's ruling and found that she was likely mentally ill and couldn't comprehend that she would be put to death. But both appeals were lifted, obviously because they killed her. All right. As the only woman on federal death row, Montgomery had been held in federal prison in Texas and then brought to Indiana to, get the axe. Let's see. Montgomery's legal team says she suffered sexual torture, including gang rapes as a child, permanently scarring her emotionally and exacerbating mental health issues that ran through her family. Okay, at what point in fucking time did you stop blaming the past? I'm going to run out of time on this one, and I really want to get out there. We'll probably come back to this just for a recap, but let me see. During the trial, prosecutors accused Montgomery of faking mental illness, noting that her killing Bobby Joe was premeditated and included meticulous planning, including research on how to perform a C-section. If you had the mental capacity to do the research on this, it's called premeditation, motherfuckers. Okay, sorry. Stop trying to say, well, there was mental illness. Duh. You might have had mental illness after the fact because you actually committed the crime. Okay? It's one thing to think about it and to go through all the steps of learning about how to do it, but she actually did it. Don't play mentally ill at that point. No, you did it. You deserved it. Come back and haunt me if you wish. But you were caught. Okay, I feel no remorse for that. I don't care. I mean, she got what she deserved. She killed someone nowhere near as nicely as they killed her. She strangled a woman and cut her baby out of her stomach. I feel no sympathy for her. She deserved it. All right, we need to really look into things and place the execution where it needs to be. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed your time here in the show titled Execution. We got to wrap it up. All these years we've ended the show with child babies for the most part. Well, we knew there's a lot of crap to deal with out there. Okay, so we want to add a bit of wisdom for you to remember. So here goes. Please grant yourself the serenity to deal with stupid people the way they are, the courage to maintain your self-control when dealing with stupid, and the wisdom to know that if you act on your emotions that result from dealing with stupid people, you could go to jail. Later, y'all!